Welcome to day 23. Isn't that sunrise spectacular? Today I travel inland to Chuncheon. I'm taking my time to pack and clean the apartment before departure. After having an exciting time leaving the apartment, I then navigated some extremely narrow streets in order to get down to the beach and go for a much needed walk. Just when you think you've learnt everything there is to learn, I wondered what the hell these people were doing. But it's a sand removal station. Before you get in your car, you take the sand off everything. That's particularly strange when you consider they're about to walk through a dusty, dirty car park. But they go to that length to remove the sand so it doesn't track into their cars. Weird. So I'm glad I went for a little stroll around the waterfront this morning. I actually really needed to do that. It's getting quite warm again. I had the most horrendous experience ever with a elevator this morning. The place where I was staying, they've only got 3 elevators for around about 30 floors of apartments. And each floor there's approximately more than 10 apartments per floor. And 3 elevators is just not enough. The elevators aren't huge, they're about medium size, I'd say. Yesterday, the kids in the afternoon were playing elevator tag, so you barely ever got an elevator that was going anywhere past between the 24th and the 15th floor. So the elevators were just going up and down, up and down, up and down in between the floors, and you can hear the kids you can hear what's going on inside the elevators. The sound carries down the shafts. You could hear them all giggling and carrying on. Anyway, this morning everyone was leaving and they all left in the same elevator as me. And I thought it was fairly packed, and I was, doing my breathing and sort of, concentrating on other things. But then they packed more people in, and it got to the point that I actually asked if anyone spoke English, and there was a girl standing right in front of me that did. And I just said to her, look, I've got claustrophobia, it's about to kick off. And on the next floor, 2 people actually got off the elevator. She quickly translated to everyone in the elevator what I was saying. And I apologized and just said, look, I haven't had an incident like this in years, and it's not something that we, generally experience where I'm from. And she asked me where I was from. I was explaining in New Zealand and everything. And yeah, she's like, do you want to get off at this floor? And I said, well, no, I need to get down to the 6th floor, actually. So I'll just bear with it. But I was shaking like a leaf. I was so close to tears. Oh, I just about lost my shit. But I made it, and I got out. So a walk along the beachfront was actually a really, really good idea. Now I feel like I'm sort of a bit more balanced. Maybe I need to go to another temple and go visit Buddha again. That might help. This time walking for an actual fish market. I've been pretty shy about doing it, but I'm finally here. Oh my gosh, extraordinary. And there's quite a bit here. So that was just one fish mart. The entire circuit is lined with fish outlets. And yeah, it's very early in the morning, but they're still pretty keen to feed you something, which I guess is great. Only I'm a bit fished out, to be honest. I'm really looking forward to some pork or beef, because in this area it's a crab fest. That's in the most spectacular way. Yeah, but you could just see, just by looking at that food mart, that size isn't an issue, quantity isn't an issue, particularly when it comes to the crabs. So this is how you pick out dinner. Look at the size of those snapper. Nice big reds. There's some flounder under there too. Good Lord, do we have enough snow crab? There's tons of crab. Oh wow. Interesting, there's a whole bag of horse mussel in here. And they're not bad size. I've never eaten horse mussel. Those are sea squirts. And I don't know what that is. But it's got a head and it's looking at the camera. They're weird. And groper and all sorts. He says, oh no, this is a picture. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Oh my god. And now he's happy, he's got his own tank. So this is Daepo Port. It's quite a famous place for getting snow crab amongst a lot of other seafood, as you've seen. As I was walking around the fishing village, I did notice that many of the people working the boats and repairing the nets weren't actually Korean. Many of them are Philippine, Thai, Vietnamese. So it's some real cultural diversity in this community. Port Daepo is also where I got stuck in the parking lot. The meter would not accept my visa. Luckily there was a lady who was kind-hearted enough to help me out. She paid for my parking and I paid her back in cash. I was so lucky, but I needed a coffee after that. While drinking my coffee, I realised I was going to have to travel across those mountains. So using Highway 56, I crossed the Misiriong Peak between Yeongdaesan and Soraksan. It was quite an eventful trip. Going to be a very short video because by golly is it windy up here. I have never experienced anything like it. It is tornado kind of windy. Oh, I've never actually had to walk on a 45-degree into the wind like that before, and New Zealand gets pretty windy. So time to get off this mountain. The car is shaking. Okay, we're at the bottom and there's signs all over the road up there in red. I didn't really stop and video much because it just seems so bloody dangerous. Easily gusting 40-50 knots, easily. Oh my good Lord. That has got to be like the dragon's teeth that we just drove over. It was so high, so steep, so windy at the top. There's a whole group of guys on what I would call litter bikes. So they're not like big Harley Davidsons. These are Kawasaki, Yamaha, Honda sports bikes. And they, no word of a lie, they were having to hold each other's bikes up because they would have blown off their stands. There's people walking up there. I can understand that. But get this, there's people on push bikes cycling over the damn thing. It was bad enough for a motorbike and a car. And I'm glad I didn't see any trucks. There's just no way that you want to take a truck up over there. There is a tunnel, but it's on the toll road, and I'm not doing toll roads at all. So I'm glad I got that experience. But man, oh man, if you weren't awake before, that would wake you up quick, smart. was thinking this was going to be a boring ride. Honest to God, I am not making this up. It is not CGI. It's real. And oh my God, the landscapes, next level. Okay, I've got to share this. This is an Airbnb in Chuncheon, and by far the best apartment yet. It's 2-bedroom. And there's so much storage in this place compared to the last place I went to. My gosh, this is palatial, I would say. So here's the obligatory slippers and shoes cupboard. And I hardly ever use it. I tend to dump my shoes in the stairwell because I'm in and out. Right next to your entry, of course, you have your bathroom. Obligatory. You must wear your wedgies in the shower, but it's great. Western shower, all the amenities you need. You don't need a fancy toilet, people. What are you doing in there? Anyway, enough about that. I'll talk about toileting later. This is bedroom number 1, which is quite small, but it gets the afternoon light and you can keep an eye on your car down in the car park. So that's bedroom 1, which I have not opted for because of my enormous bag. And the kitchen. Now, let me just say, unlike the last apartment, this kitchen actually comes with a full complement of crockery and cutlery that the last apartment did not. Look, there's even scissors and gloves. Gloves if you get messy with your food. So we've got forks, spoons and chopsticks, the obligatory chopsticks. We've got all the pans and what have you that you need. We've got 3 cooktops. We've got all of the implements and a few little extras thrown in, and paper towels and all the washing up stuff that you possibly want. Over here, get this, not 1, 2, just in case you're camping in here for a month. Salad tonight, by the way, folks. And then you've got a breakfast bar with 4 stools. It's sweet as. That's got to be the most comfortable sofa. Now check this out. This is not an ordinary coffee table. I actually have to put you down for 5 minutes. Just like there. If you didn't have enough dining space, there's this one as well. So you can eat while you watch the news or whatever it is you're into. Then you've got a little bit of a balcony here. Now we're on the 3rd floor and I'm not sure, but L's Tower I think is something like 30 odd floors. This is the 2nd bedroom, slightly bigger. And yeah, I've started to spread out already. But check out the headboard. There's the charger is in the headboard. Fabulous. Because you know how we like to late night text everybody. So yeah, this is what I would call a livable Korean apartment. I mean, it's not huge by anyone's standard, but if you were a couple, this is what I'd be buying. And it doesn't matter which floor it's on. I think the corner units actually are better because you get more windows, so more view, blah, blah, blah. So there you go. So after all of that excitement, I needed to have a rest. That was the end of day 23 for me. Look forward to seeing day 24 as I have a look around Chuncheon.